Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bell Lost Souls with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan, you got the Eldar kin today, huh?
The Start Collecting Eldar, yeah.
Nice.
Eldar and Dark Eldar.
Yeah, very cool. These just came out too, right?
Yes, brand new. So
awesome.
It's going to be fun to open up and see what's inside.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this one. Obviously, these are the great Start Collecting deals. And then they also have their special formation for each one.
Yes,
so.
and a deal is a good word for them. They're a really good price point for the models inside. Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually done the math on these. They're like MSRP wise, they're within like $5 of each other. But you're saving, I think it's 20 to 40% based on the specific boxes. But these are in line with that.
Yeah,
you save some money for sure. So that's it. Let's take a look inside these boxes. So we've got the Eldar and Dark Eldar Start Collecting boxes.
Yes.
Which one are we going to start with, man?
Let's start with Eldar.
All right, cool. Let's pull this one off so we have some
right.
room to work with here. Would you like to do the honors?
Oh, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
There's a nice one there.
There's the back of the box,
Yes.
you can see here. We are going to be getting the Fire Prism, some Wind Riders, jet bikes, and then a Farseer on a Skyrunner. So this is what the models are going to look like. But what I'm always curious about with these Start Collecting boxes is whether or not the sprues inside are the full sprues or any kind of truncated thing.
If you have any like modifications you can make with them.
Right.
Yeah, or they bare minimum.
Right, exactly. And so far, GW's been pretty good about it. They've been 100% this full sprues, so there's not cut any corners there.
Good,
so,
awesome.
So yeah, let's get this started. Let me go ahead and turn it this way, and we'll just kind of take these out so you can see. We've got, that's the Fire Prism specific, I believe that's the top canopy for the big laser. Big Fire Prism cannon.
Looks like that's where it's under.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. And then let's keep moving. Just go ahead and slide that one off
right.
there. And we've got this is part of the Fire Prism bottom half, the hull of the ship. This is the bottom.
Okay.
It also doubles as a Falcon, I guess, if you really wanted to build a Falcon. I don't know if it has the Wave Serpent bits in there, but I know you can build a Falcon off this if you really wanted to.
Okay, cool.
Just throwing it out there for folks. This looks like this is one of the jet bikes. That's actually the Farseer. Okay, that's
the
Farseer. This is the other part of the Farseer. You can tell there's the top half of the bike, there's the base of the bike, and then all the weapon options. You actually get the spear, the sword, a couple of different head swaps too. So if you want to build them, I think as a Warlock or a Farseer,
good options.
You got those options as well too. So that's pretty cool. And again, these jet bikes are actually based off of the new jet bike design. They were recently updated. Recently being like past couple years. So,
that's recent for GW.
Right. So those are new. And then we've got more bits here. This is again more Wind Rider stuff.
Okay.
So you can definitely take your scatter lasers. You've got all the scatter laser options you want. So here's actually the third. So you can see all three of them. Those are all the Wind Rider jet bikes. So all three of those, all the bits you need, all of the different weapon options. Honestly, like, I don't know why you wouldn't take scatter lasers with them, but
overload with scatter lasers.
Yeah, everybody knows about that. So those are those three Wind Rider jet bikes. Again, full kits. Those are a newer kit. And then again, the top part of the basically the Falcon top part, which you then turn into a Fire Prism. So actually, looking at the bits provided, I don't think you can actually build the gun turret for the Falcon. So in other words, this is just a straight Fire Prism kit. So
interesting.
Good to know. So if you were looking to buy this and magnetize some stuff around, not gonna happen. It does have the back part to turn it into a Wave Serpent though. I recognize that.
Okay, so, cool.
You may get to play around with that, but ideally you're just gonna go for the Fire Prism. And then we have more bits for the Fire Prism. We've got the crystal part of the long cannon part, and then the rear crystal that goes inside the weapons chamber, and then of course the cockpit canopies there. So, you ever messed around with the clear plastic stuff before?
No, actually, I've never had a model that had one.
You got to be careful with that whenever you're using glue because it will fog them up. So just make sure you're using the right type of glue. Is all I was getting at there. So we've got that's the bit, or that's the actual packaging for the Farseer Skyrunner kit. So that's
now, is this the color ones that they're doing?
No, those that didn't look like it was full color. That's just the gray. The other ones have that yellow,
like where you can glue them. Yeah. Yep.
We've got a couple of transfer sheets, which is always nice, and those are just identical ones. So not everybody uses transfers, but GW does provide those. We've got the infamous next step sheets, which really has what you want to see here, which is the formations rules, which we'll go over in more detail here in a second.
Okay.
We've got more instructions for the jet bikes, how to build all those. This is a newer one. Again, not the color one.
So, right.
And then this is probably the fire prism.
Yep.
There's all the fire prism rules. There you go. Yep, how to build everything else. So no surprises there.
Right.
And then all the different bases. We got clear bases. There's gonna be 4 of the smaller clear bases, obviously, and then 1 of the big bases. So that's pretty much it. We'll cut real quick. We'll go to the formations. We'll talk about those, and then we'll go to the Dark Eldar. So we've got the formations here. This one's actually pretty cool. This is the Eldar Rune Weaver host.
Okay, cool.
So to make this formation, you take the Farseer, 1 unit of Wind Riders, which is included, and of course the Fire Prism. You can't swap any of those out. They have to come as is.
Makes sense. Yeah.
The special rule, short version, is basically if a target has, if a Farseer, the Farseer
sight on a target.
Yeah, line of sight to a target. Then that target, if it's being shot at by the Fire Prism, all the Fire Prism's weapons are twin linked. So basically, if you can draw line of sight, he's got. It's kind of a neat one. It's a little strange, to be honest, because it doesn't. It's
not the Farseer,
Yeah, it doesn't help the bikes out at all, if you think about it. But you can put the Farseer in with the bikes, and then that kind of makes sense.
Makes sense.
So, yeah. And then of course our Eldar are going to have tons of ways to get rerolls and all that stuff too. So just want to throw that out there. It's a decent formation, and again, you don't pay any points for it, so it comes as is. The other thing we wanted to mention real quick is we were going through the Fire Prism kit that's one last time. We wanted to double check something real quick, and just trying to turn the page to this now. It's stuck.
You can do it.
I can do it. All right. You can actually build the Fire Prism or the Night Spinner. So while it doesn't have the fins to become a Wave Serpent or the top canopy to become a Falcon, you can still build a Night Spinner. So just want to throw that out there to anybody at home that was wondering about what was in the kit.
However, it's not part of the host.
Correct.
So, yeah, if you want to be part of the host, you have to be the Fire Prism.
It's got to be the Fire Prism for the formation. So cool. That said, let's go ahead and take a look at the Dark Eldar Start Collecting Box. All right, time for the Dark Eldar.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm opening this one.
Is the game.
There's the back of the box. We are getting the Archon in here. We're getting a squad of Calbite Warriors. You're getting a squad of Reavers and the Raiders. So this is
a very good deal.
Yeah, pretty awesome deal here. So go ahead and get in here. This is always tricky.
You got this.
We were talking about this too. I don't know if there's any alternate build options.
I guess we'll find out
for this kit, but we will find out. Yeah, like you can't turn the Raider into a Ravager. I think there's extra bits for that. But quite a bit of stuff in here. So flip it this way and get started here. So first off, that looks like the Archon's sprue. At least part of it. I think that that's the whole sprue.
Right. The basing right here.
Yep. There's the base. There's the fleshy cloak. All that stuff there. So cool. We've got 1 Reaver, 2 Reaver, 3 Reavers. Okay, there's the Reaver jet bikes.
Okay.
So just put those out there. So all your different options for them.
Are these the full kits?
Those are full kits.
Okay.
Yes. So that's the same one you'd buy in the box of 3 Reavers.
Okay.
So exact same. That's good to go there. So there's the Raider. And I'm just gonna cheat a little bit here and see if there's this sprue also for the Raider. So there's that kit. So all of the hull and everything like that, and then all the options and everything you would need.
Right.
All the dudes hanging off and things like that. They have a ton of extra guns and stuff too. So if you needed to swap weapons or anything like that, this kit's got a lot of cool options.
For sure.
And be careful when you build it because it's very spiky. So that's going on there. And I don't see the extra sprues. Nope, doesn't look like you can build a Ravager out of it. So looks like it's just the Raider. The Ravager, I think, is actually based off of that kit with extra sprues. So that's the advantage of buying the Ravager.
And you can build it if you bought just the box for.
That one's just a Raider, right? If you buy the Ravager kit, you can build a Raider, but not if you buy a Raider kit, you can't. It's like a Rhino and a Razorback. So yeah. Anyway, these are the Calbite Warriors. You get enough to build 10 of those bad boys, and I do mean bad. They've got all the cool options there, all the different guns, heavy scourges, stuff like that. There's the whips and the power weapons too. So pretty mean little kit actually. So. Most of the weapons are poison if you don't know. Ooh. So if you play Tyranids like me, it's a sad day. There's the Dark Eldar Archon, and then the instructions how to build them. Pretty obvious there.
Pretty simple, yeah.
We've got bases. which you gotta have bases, right? 25 mil bases. We've got one. I think that's the only transfer sheet because there's only the one vehicle. So there you go. There's all the transfer sheet. Looks like it got a little bent up in the transport there. Not a big deal. Next steps. Got to see that. That's the Dark Eldar book and all the other stuff too. And then we have the Dark Eldar Purge Coterie.
Right.
I'm just saying that word. But there you go. There's what's on the thing. And we'll go back over the formation here in a second.
Take a look at that. Okay.
Yep. And then we've got bases and all that fun stuff here. So we've got enough for all your jet bikes, Reaver jet bikes, and of course the Raider. It still amazes me you can put the Raider on this flying stand. It's pretty crazy. And what else do we got here? There's just more instructions. So we've got, this is probably for the Raiders. Open it. Yep, there you go. Raiders. No shock there. Calibite Warriors. These are your standard troops. So all the different options there. These are the same ones you would have found in the boxes, and they're not new. They haven't, They got a really nice update a while back, and then of course the Raider. But they haven't really needed to change up the rules or instructions how to build them or anything. So there you go. Here's the Raider kit and all the different cool options for that.
Very cool.
Let's go ahead and cut real fast, and we'll take a look at the formations. So here's the formation again, the Dark Eldar Purge Coterie. I think I'm saying that right, but whatever.
Interesting name, yeah.
So you got the Archon in the unit, we've got the Calibite Warriors, the Raider, and then the unit Reavers. Again, you have to take all this stuff.
It's very specific on what you have to take.
You can't swap anything out. It doesn't say anything about upgrades or transports or anything like that, but you have to include that stuff in the formation.
Okay.
The special rule is pretty cool. It's marked for death. Enemy unit within line of sight of the Archon, you can just pick it and it gets everything in the formation shooting at it, except for the Archon actually gets preferred enemy.
Oh, okay, cool.
So he just grants them preferred enemy.
It says kill that person.
Basically, if you can see the unit, he points at it and he goes, that unit's got to die this turn. Everybody's got preferred enemy. So, which if you're a unit that's not a vehicle, but like just a troop unit or something like that, the amount of firepower, the amount of wounds the Dark Eldar can put on a unit in one turn is pretty astounding. Just because it's poison shots, and they can move really far and just dump a lot of firepower on you. So it's kind of scary.
Yeah,
and that's rerolling ones and to hit and wound. So preferred enemy is pretty solid.
Yeah,
and you can pick it at the top of each round. So
it's worth taking this.
Yeah, this is actually a really solid formation for shooty armies. I think it also works in melee as well, so it's
cool.
If you want to assault, the Raider of course is open top, so you can actually assault out of it. So you can just shoot them up and then assault out afterwards.
Just ram them.
Yeah. So it's pretty dirty. Why don't we hop out for a really quick recap? So that was the start collecting boxes for both the Eldar and Dark Eldar.
Yes.
Let's run some numbers real quick. Obviously, Games Workshop.
Yes. So like all the other start collecting boxes, $85 each.
Yep.
These are, as of recording, these are tomorrow, so they should be out when you see this. Brand new.
Yep, brand new stuff. Should be in stores right now. $85. These are a steal of a deal, no matter how you want to look at it.
And they're good if you're like want to get into Eldar or Dark Eldar, or if you already have Eldar or Dark Eldar, you just want to expand. So
if you already have another army and you just want to add some, so like if you were thinking about maybe you have a Dark Eldar army and you want to ally some Eldar in there, or vice versa, these are great boxes to do that. So if you want to start an ally force, basically. So for $85, it's hard to pass up. Again, I think if you do the math on it, it's anywhere from 20 to 40% off, based on the start collecting box.
It's a good deal.
But it's a really good deal. So go check them out. They're in stores right now. This has been another Tabletop Spotlight. I'm AdamHarry from Bell Souls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.